Hi, I thought it would be good to make a very quick video on OneNote. Firstly, covering how to get access to it. Secondly, how to write in it. Thirdly, how to insert pictures. And then fourthly, how to draw. So firstly, to get access to OneNote, you need to go into Office 365 or office.com. Click that. Then you click onto here. This is where you would access your emails for school. I'm actually already logged in, so it's not a problem. You will have to log in using your school email and password. So next step is then to come across to OneNote. That's what we're interested in today. Click OneNote and then go across to class notebooks. You then open that and you'll look for your subject one notebook. So because I'm the class teacher, I've got quite a lot of OneNote books. You may have ones for different subjects. So just have a look at the title and then see which one you want to open. So just click it and then that will open your OneNote book. Now, please be mindful that OneNote does take a little bit of time to load because it's going to pull it from the server in the cloud onto your computer. So just be patient with it loading. Don't just give up after 30 seconds and say, okay, that's not working. That's me done for today. So please be patient with it. If you are struggling, a good idea is just to go to the top of the browser and then just reload the browser. And then hopefully that little push by reloading the browser will bring it onto your page. You will then look to the left-hand side and you'll find your name. There'll be, it'll be your name, not the whole class. Just you'll find your name. So we'll go into just any student here, just one at the top. Okay. And depending on how your teacher has set up the one notebook, you'll have probably different sections, but for my subject, we've just got projects and help sheets. So if you want to see what the lesson is that day, you just select projects or again, whatever your teacher has set up. Okay. And then what will happen is, if the teacher is set up like this, you may have lessons preset into the OneNote. So we can see here, upcycling, lesson 4. This is a worksheet that I set up so that the students could upload their pictures onto the OneNote. So again, all this has been preset. You can't change any of this. So that's one example of how it could be used. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to write in OneNote, how to upload pictures in OneNote, and how to draw in OneNote. So to do that, I'm just going to add a blank page. So to do that, you just go down here and add a blank page, and it will give you a new page in OneNote. So that we're working on at the moment here. So the first thing, how to write, you just click and you can just start typing like you would do in Microsoft Word. So you can see along the top here, it has a very similar format to Microsoft Word in the fact that we have the font style, the bold, the underline, etc. So if I want to make this bigger, I just click and highlight it. I can click the font there. I can make it bigger. And then when I'm happy with it, I just click, okay? And I can see that it's created in a little box. Now, OneNote is a little bit different to Word is in that it creates the text in boxes, which are freely to move around the screen. So if you are doing extended writing, like an essay, you just keep writing, press enter, and just keep writing, okay? Like you would do in Word. But if you wanted to put different pieces of information around the page, you could do that quite easily. So I've got one area of writing here that maybe I want in a large font, bold maybe. And then what I would do is if I want to do a smaller font, I could do it here. And then I could have that, again, a little bit smaller, and I can have it underneath there. Again, this makes no sense. It's just me showing you how you would write in OneNote. And again, if I want to edit this, I can do just by reducing the size to 14 or whatever I want, whatever I feel I need for the topic I'm doing. So that's how to write. And again, you get free movement to move things around. Okay. Next thing is how would you go about inserting a picture? So if your teacher asks you to insert an example of your work or to do a Google search for some research, again, that is very easy to do. So first, you need to go from home into insert. Insert because you're inserting a picture. You click insert and then you go to picture. Now, when you go to picture, you have three options: from file, from camera, from online. From file, we'll pull that from your computer. So we have to go choose file. So if you've saved something on your computer and you want to insert it in, you just quite simply find where you've saved it. So here I've saved something desktop called Batman. I click it and I go to open. And then I go insert. Now again, this is the point where you have to be patient because OneNote takes a little bit of time because again, it's pulling it from your computer onto the web server. So, but then it'll get there eventually, and you can see the same as writing. It appears in a box, which you can then resize to suit your needs. Okay, so if I want Batman picture there, it's fine. And again, OneNote's nice because you can freely move things around. It can go above text, behind text. It's not like Word, where the text goes funny when you start moving pictures around. Again, you get full freedom of how you want to create your page. Next thing, if I want to insert a picture from the internet, OneNote makes it really easy to do that. So you go to Insert, Picture, and you go to From Online. There is no need to go to Google and copy and paste. OneNote has its own built-in image search. So again, if I want to do Batman, enter, and I can get any picture here from Batman. Let's say I want this one here, and then go Insert. And again, easy as that. Just inserting my picture into OneNote. I'm being patient and waiting for it to load up. And again, I can see that if I put that there, he will appear on my page. And again, if I want to do a little bit of writing, let's say Batman. And again, I want to make that bigger. Let's see if I have a bit of a different font like this, and I want to make that bigger. Okay, I can see I can move it freely into where I want it. So again, I get full freedom to move things around of how I want to create my page. Next thing I can do is I can also draw. So if I want to draw on OneNote, what I do is I go across to draw here. So home, insert, and draw. So draw. And again, we have the options here, pencil or highlighter, and that's rubber. So if I want a pencil and I want to do it in red, but I want it to be quite a thick pencil, I just click this one. And again, it gives me that option to draw anything I want on my page. And if I don't like that, I go to the rubber and I just get rid of it. Okay, so again, that's draw. If I want to highlight something, let's say I want to show the teacher I've done something, or I want to highlight some writing, I go to the highlight pen, I can click yellow. And then here I use this to select the thickness. And again, it's just like using a highlighter in your book. You can highlight key bits of information like that as well. So drawing is really nice to do. You may have activities where the teacher asks you to match statements or meanings, like a card sort, but you have to use the pen to do it on OneNote. Now, the important thing is when you're in draw, you notice that the pen's still active. Okay, I've still got it active. So to turn it off, I have to go back to here. So select objects. So I click that, and then that gives me the opportunity to select things again. Okay, so I'm back in that, so I can select things, and I can delete things if I want to as well. So that's drawing on OneNote. One more thing I'll show you, but again, it may not be useful. It may be useful. Let's say that you have done some work in Microsoft Word, so you've typed it up, okay, and you want to insert that into OneNote. So that's easy to do. So you go to Insert, and you go to File, okay. So File. So what it lets you do is you can insert it as an attachment. Okay, so I can choose File. And let's just have let's say this one here. Okay, I'm going to insert that in. And that will then insert that into my OneNote. And then I can open that from there if I so wish. Okay. Another way you can do it is if you want to insert some writing that you've done. So let's, for example, here, let's say Batman essay. Okay, this is my Batman essay about Batman. Okay, I've put it in Word. That's it done. Level 9 there. What I would do first, I would save that. I'm going to save it to my desktop just for ease. Okay, let's go to desktop. Desktop. Okay, Batman essay, Word document, save. Okay, so that's saved it for my own personal preference. To bring it into OneNote, I have to save it as a PDF. So, File, Export, here, PDF. Okay, Export PDF. Click that. Okay, and again, we'll save it in the same place. We'll put it on the desktop, or you may have your own folder to save in. Check it says PDF, and just go Publish. That will then change the file type from a Word document to a PDF. Okay, and it always gives you a preview. So it's going to preview it for me now here. I can close all that down. I can close this down because I know I've saved the Word copy. And what I can do then is I can just go to File, Insert, File Printout. This one here, PDF. Choose File, and as long as it's saved as a PDF, which is here, I can open it, insert, and it will actually insert it as a written document. So you'll see in a minute that text will appear. Okay, so this is great if you've written something for your teacher on Word, you export it as a PDF, and then you can bring it in. Now, unfortunately, you can't edit any of that because it's a PDF, but your teacher can see that, and then they can go in and then they can mark your work, or they can highlight your work and give you corrections to do. But because you've already saved it as a Word document, once you see your corrections, you can go back in and then edit your Word document and then attach the PDF again to resubmit it. So some really important things there covered today. So we've shown you how to type using the text boxes like that. Okay, and then we've also shown you how to insert pictures. So again, you must first click a box, so you can, a few options there. We've also shown you how to draw, so using the highlighters. Key thing to remember is to turn it off when you're finished. Then the last thing I showed you how to do is how to insert files like this as PDFs or just PowerPoints. So that hopefully should get you started on OneNote.